What's going on, guys? So we're back to exercise 1 for this week. And what I want you to do, we're going to be doing the 2 exercises, which are the lat pull downs and then the tricep push down. Okay, so the lat pull down, tricep push down. So for the lat pull down, I want you to have your handle attachments in the wide grip positioning. Okay, so just like that. So they're clipped to the outer D-rings. Okay, and then again, I want you to rest your handle attachments on your wrist, and we're gonna have the door anchor set up on the top of the door with the resistance band looped through the number 2. So if you need to pause it for a second just to set it up. And once you're done with that, I want you to grab the band, and we're coming up and over and clipping the resistance band to the D-ring. And so I don't want to go over that too much because we've done that in the past video, but you can refer back to that if necessary. But if you're all ready to get started, we're going to go down on the floor. So pause for a minute and make sure you have a mat or a pillow where you can kneel on. And what I want you to do is, I want you to, again, focus. You have to have that resistance at the top. So come back away from the doors. You know, not too much, but just a little bit. You don't need to come all the way back. And what I want you to do is keep the focus on your back muscles. Pull the bar apart, right? So you're keeping that bar pulled apart really, really tight during the entire workout. Halfway through, and you're coming in, you're coming down and squeezing your back muscles, guys. It's really important to have that mind-body connection, to have that focus on the squeeze, okay? Focus on the squeeze, okay? Coming down, and again, if you're getting too tired and you need a little bit of a break, you don't have to pull the bar apart. You can just leave the bars at rest, but continue to squeeze and have the bar come in toward your chest. All right, coming up, and we're gonna go into a squat. So again, we're having the tension toner bar there just to have something to grab onto, just to allow us and assist us to get into a deeper squat. And again, I'm gonna go a little bit faster now, but you want your knee over your ankle, okay? So, and you don't wanna, bend your back. Do not do that, because then you'll hurt your back doing that. Especially if you have weights. I mean, it's not good mechanics at all. You wanna make sure your stomach's flat and you're sinking down deep into the squat motion. Also, when you're doing the squat, picture that you're pushing the ground down. So you're pushing the ground down, and what that's gonna do is it's really gonna focus that attention on your quadriceps. All right, so we're gonna go back into position and do the lat pull down again. Again, squeezing as you're coming down, having that bar flat and tight during the entire motion. So there's at no point do I want you to have that bar slack. At no point, unless you absolutely cannot go any further. I want you to continue pulling that bar apart all the way up and down and squeezing at the bottom of the movement. Excellent job, guys. Very good. More than halfway through. About 20 seconds to go. Don't worry about the repetitions. Do not count them. I do not care how many you can do. I really don't. And I don't care how fast you can do it. I want you to squeeze. That's what I want. Squeeze at the bottom and keep that tension on the center straps. Very good. Okay. Now we're gonna go into the squat again, okay? So the air squat, sinking deep down into a squatted position and pressing, like when you're coming up, right? So when you're down here, I want you to picture in your mind that you're pushing the floor down with your feet. That simple shift in how you're approaching that exercise really focuses now that tension on the quadriceps and your glutes, because you're pushing the floor down. It's a controlled movement, pushing the floor down, and it really engages those muscles. 5 seconds. All right, So now, I'm just gonna pause this for a second because we gotta get into position for our tricep push down. So again, all you have to do to get in position for the tricep push down is you unclip the outer carabiner and you clip it to this inner D-ring. That's all. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just unclip and clip. It's very simple, very easy. I'm gonna keep it like this. This is a good resistance for me right now. Go ahead and change the band if you want to. But again, what we're doing here is we're gonna keep our elbows tucked in and press down, okay? Press down. Another thing, so since we're having a double loop set up on here, we're doubling up the tension. So if you want if doing it this way is not good for you at this current moment, then again, what you're gonna do is you're gonna loop the band through the number 1, and then you're gonna clip it to the D-ring that's on the handle attachment. So let me just show you what I mean. You're just gonna clip it right here, and then here, right? And again, you're gonna actually have the band loop through the number 1. You're gonna come on your knees, and then you're gonna do the exercise that way. And again, you could clip as many bands as you want. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. But for me, right now, the black band and the double loop setup is perfectly fine. And we're gonna get started with the workout. So get into position and let's get started. All right, so pull the bar apart. Again, if you want to even change the resistance that you're pulling against in the bar, just pull the end cap and slide it into place. You can do so on the other side as well. But this is, by doing that actually, especially with this exercise, is that focus now is unbelievably, you should really be feeling it in your tricep muscle. And again, if you're having difficulty pulling the bar apart in a controlled manner, maybe take the resistance down a little bit, or just leave the bars to at rest and perform the exercise until you kind of build up that energy again, and you can pull the bar apart. Because what we want is we want to pull the bar apart as much as we can during the entire workout. I know that's not always feasible or possible, and so this is the alternative to that. So if you do need to take a little bit of a rest, so to speak, then you can do it that way. So now we're gonna get going to a squat. So we're gonna put this, not a squat, a lunge. We're gonna put that there. Again, static lunge. So your right foot is forward and you're coming down. Again, you're sick of hearing me say this, but your knee over your ankle, try not to let it move that much. Keep it relatively in a fixed position there. But again, visualizing yourself, your front foot pushing down onto the floor. And you're controlling that movement. You're controlling, like it's pushing down, and you could pick up speed, but at the same time, you're still having that controlled movement. It can still be fast, but always controlled, all right? Always controlled. So let's shake it out. We're gonna get back in position. If you need to stretch out for a second, do so. Going back in position. Let me actually take the level down a notch, and we're coming down. And I don't need to be all the way out here. All you have to do for these exercises, you get a lot of tension up here. So as long as you're getting the tension, basically like at this portion, where your arms are like at a 90-degree angle, where your elbow is at a 90-degree angle, right there, like the corner here, and you're pressing down, that's all you need, okay? So again, don't come all the way out here. It's not necessary for especially this setup. If you're on the ground, it's a little different. You just want to make sure that the tension's at the top of the movement. 10 more seconds, guys. And you may have the tendency to shake. You may be feeling it more once you're fatiguing those muscles, so it's perfectly normal. So now we're gonna have the left leg this time in a static lunge position. Very good. Keeping a good posture, right? So your shoulders are back, your abs are kind of like stabilizing your upper body, and you know, you can tense up your abs just a little bit just to make sure that your posture is good. But again, pushing down, visualize the floor being pushed down by your leading foot, right? And you'll see the difference. You'll start to feel that quadricep more. You'll start to feel that contraction more. About 5 seconds to go, guys. You're doing great. Excellent. Very good. Shake it out. And now we're gonna go do some ab exercises. Okay, so we're on the mat, right? And our tension toner bar has just the handle attachments on it. There's no resistance bands, and we have it clipped to the narrow grip position. So it should look just like that. We're gonna put our shoes through the handle attachments and pull out. All right, so the center strap is gonna be flat and tight. You can see it right there. Just the top part is gonna be flat, so you should be able to read the tension toner logo, right? And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna have a slight bend in our knees, just a slight bend, and we're coming up and then going down, keeping our legs consistent, right? But again, what I want to point out is that this is how your tension toner is going to look. The bottom one is not going to be flat, and that's okay. All I care about is that the top strap is flat during these movements, okay? So you got 15 seconds. Squeeze at the top portion of the movement. Make it count, guys. Excellent. All right, now we're gonna just put our feet on the ground, and it's okay, you can leave the tension toner there, you can take it off, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna crunch up. So crunch and squeeze, right? So squeeze, make every repetition count. We've been doing it for all these exercises, right? And this is no different. You gotta squeeze. Make it count. If you want to put your hands up here behind your head, that's okay. But you're not pushing up with your hands. It's just merely there to rest, right? Your hands are there, just not even to guide your head. You're not doing anything. You're just letting it kind of float there. But your focus is all in your abs. It's all in your abs, guys. 5 seconds. All right, we're gonna pull the bar apart again with our feet, and we're coming in toward our chest, okay? So in and out. And so when you're out here, see, my feet are off the ground. They're not coming down here. They're not resting. They're coming up and down. It's merely just like it's a fluid motion. Again, making sure that you're focusing on pulling the bar apart. That top strap should be tight, and you should be really squeezing your abs during the movements. Sorry, a little fly there, but you guys know what the deal is. Come on, you got 14 seconds left. Make sure that you're squeezing at the top of the movement, guys. Right there. Excellent. All right. So now we're gonna go into the finishing exercises. So that consists of the pull-ups, right? And the floor pull-ups, that is, and then push-ups. For this round, we're gonna do 20 of the floor pull-ups, and then just go directly into the push-ups. We're gonna do 10 of those. So again, let's have the resistance within the bar at the highest level. I know it's a little challenging, guys, especially after the workout, but it's important. We gotta finish strong, okay? So we're gonna keep the bar tight, right, during the entire movement. And again, with the floor pull-up, we're gonna have our feet on the floor, right, together, bars pulled apart, and as we're pulling the bar in toward our chest, we're bending up slightly, okay? So again, it's gonna look like this, coming up. Excellent job, guys. There you go. Really focus on pulling the bar apart during the entire workout and then squeezing, right? You're squeezing your back muscles as you're coming in and you're slightly lifting your chest. So it might seem a little bit awkward right now, but as you guys get used to it in the coming weeks, I tell you what, you're gonna be pros at it. You're gonna be really strong and you're gonna be able to knock out a lot of these. So let's focus on that. Once you're done, okay, once you're done with 20 repetitions, again, if you can do it all in one shot, that's great. I want you to go directly into push-ups. And so we're gonna be at 10 push-ups. Again, if you can't do standard push-ups, no worries. Go on the mat, right, so your knees are protected, and I want you to just do a push-up from your knees. Again, you're keeping your abs tight, and if you can do a standard push-up, I want you to bang out 10 of them, okay? So going up to 10, and then you are done with today's workout.